So we're starting. What? So we're starting now. And the way that we're starting, you're not saying? Okay. Thanks for coming by. Just for that, I'm not going to think he's hot anymore. Okay, so we're going to get started. And let's do a temperature check. How is everybody feeling? That's supposed to be at the end, but sure, why not? Go right ahead. No, tell us, Randy. Yes. I'd be fucking horrified. Wow. I can wait. What? Well, of course he is. Oh. Oh, wow. Yes, it is. All right. So, yes. Okay. Can we bring in our crowd from outside? Is the boombox outside? For those of you who are watching from home, hello. Thank you for tuning in. And we'll be getting started in just a moment. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. I'm going to wait for everyone else to come in. That's happening in just a moment. What was that? And dance? I don't dance. I'm a really terrible dancer. And I can't really move much because I don't want to be too revealed. I'm wearing a lace shirt. Oh, Jake's here. Yes. Okay. Yes. Is this better? All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. So the show's going to get started in just a moment, but what I would appreciate would be your joining me, or at very least listening in to me as I say the prayer/affirmation that I always say before an important show. So if we could dim the lights a little, please. And to everyone out in the to everyone out in the big world of internet live streaming, this is our very first time. And as I think each and every one of you knows, first times tend to be awkward. Not mine. I was 15. I molested a 35-year-old. We'll talk about it later. God, source, universal factor of design, wisdom, comedy, and surprise. Use me as your vessel tonight so that I may entertain these delicious, sexy, intelligent people. Take advantage of my mind, my body, and my soul however you want, so that I can step into the light of my own brilliance and become the superstar that I know you've always wanted me to be. I love you, God. I'd be nothing without you, although, as an aside, you're doing pretty well with me on your side. Since you've gone, I've been lost without a trace. Tickle my nuts. Dear God, stop me from sweating so much that my eyeliner runs all over my face. I don't want to look like Bethany Frankel after a tantrum, although I agree with everything she's ever said about chicken salad. Make this night magical, because you, and you, and you, and you, not so much you, you two over there, the wonderful people over here. You like those new soap pumps? Yeah. I knew you would. Let's entertain all of these people. Let's entertain everything out there. It's a spiritual moment, but it's also a glamorous moment. And at this point, God, I release and I surrender to what a funny and talented person I am. Are you ready? Live from downtown Hamilton, it's Wednesday Night Live, starring Sean Patrick Sullivan. Sean, come on up here. We may have to redo that. Just kidding, but get ready for lots of surprises. Are you all buckled in? Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Patrick Sullivan. Thank you, Sean Patrick Sullivan, for that great introduction. You guys ready to have a good time? Woo! Woo! It wouldn't hurt if you got up. Me no bubblicious. Me smoke heavy tar. Me be grooving slowly to where you are. Okay. It's the first time we're doing this. This is not a mistake. This is learning to roll with the punches that life gives us. We're all on the edge of UFO disclosure. We'd better get ready for surprises. We're doing this again, damn it. And you're gonna love it. Stop looking at my cock, Faye. Now you can start again. Woo! Woo! Me no bubblicious. Me smoke heavy tar. Me be grooving slowly to where you are. Notify your next of kin that you're never coming back. I've been dropping beats since back in black. And we'll paint by numbers till something sticks. I don't mind doing it for the kids. So come on, jump on board. Take a ride with me. Jump, 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 jump on board. Feel the high, yeah, 'cause the kids are all right. Now I'm demanding that you all get up out of your seats. I've got a whoops, UFOs. I've got a reputation. Well, I guess that should be explored. You're dancing with the chairman of the board. Take a ride in my 12-cylinder symphony. But if you've got other plans, the perfect comic is to get his laugh. And we'll paint by numbers till something sticks. I don't mind doing it for the kids. So come on, jump on board. Take a ride. Yeah, hey. Jump, 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 jump on board. Take a ride. Yeah. I'm gonna give it all of my love, and it's gonna take up all of my love. I'm gonna give it all of my love, and it's gonna take up all of my love. I'm gonna give it all of my love, and it's gonna take up all of my love. I'm gonna give it all of my love, and it's gonna take up all of my love. Come down from the ceiling. I didn't mean to get so high. I couldn't do what I wanted to do when my lips were dry. You can't just up and leave me, Neil. I'm the singer of this band. But if you like drummers, baby, I'm not sure. Big jump on board. Take a ride. Yeah. Jump, 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 jump on board. Take a ride. Yeah. Jump, 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 jump on board. You're not standing, tail the ride. Yeah, hey. That's better. Jump, I like that. Jump on board. Feel the high. Yeah. I'm an honorary Sean Connery, born in 73, there's only one of me. Single-handedly raising the economy, ain't no chance of the record company dropping me. Press be asking, do I care for sodomy? Yeah, probably. I've been looking for serial monogamy, not some bird that looks like Billy Connolly. But for now, I'm down for ornithology. Grab your binoculars. Come and follow me. I like to drink it out, but never sip it out. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Patrick Sullivan. Somebody to work the fan for me, please. No? Cowards. All right, where are we? All right. So, welcome to Wednesday Night Live. I've asked this before, but I don't know if we were live streaming, so I'll ask one last time for the evening. How's everybody doing? Excellent. Thank you so much. So I want you to know that it's a true pleasure being here with all of me this evening. You're really getting all of me. You're getting me as a musician. You're getting me as a comedian. You're getting me as a... How do you pronounce that, Jason? That thing that you call me. Yes, thank you. And I'm sweating bullets. I can't take my jacket off. But I'll flash you just a little bit. What camera's best? I've gained 15 pounds in the past 2 months. I'm so embarrassed. I'm going to have to go back to homelessness during the coldest week in February because that combined with intermittent fasting will take the pounds off. I'll have a six-pack. All right, now, I want you to know that tonight is the culmination of my entire life's work, and by my entire life's work, I mean the past 4 months. You see, and I'm just going to say it because Whitney Cummings says that when you feel an emotion that's unpleasant and getting in the way of you having your conversation or doing your act or whatever, that you should just say it. So I'm going to say that I am fucking nervous. Okay, I feel a little bit of release. It might have been a fart, but still I felt it. I am so nervous, in fact, that in this tiny little venue, this gorgeous, perfect subterranean venue, I lost my glasses, so if anyone's seen them, please give them back to me. I'm blind as a bat. I cannot see anything right now. And I also forgot to wear underwear today. So I brought 3 changes of clothes, but no underwear, and I don't know. That's just what happened. So here's the thing. I've always loved talk shows, always. I didn't really have a lot of great memories with my dad. We had a very difficult relationship, but the one thing that was great was that we always watched sitcoms and Saturday Night Live and talk shows together, and he himself would do stand-up comedy and impressions and all of that at the local talent shows. He was a school teacher. And when I was 16 years old, for the sake of, for legal purposes, let's say 16, but it was really 15, I decided that I wanted my own talk show, my own public access talk show. I also decided that I wanted to experience an older man's cock. So here's how I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I was living near New York City. So I reached out to every male producer of every talk show in the city, and I said, hey, I'm doing this talk show. I need a mentor. I'm going to be interviewing on this day at my high school. Can you all come? So 3 or 4 people came, including, unfortunately, a woman. And as soon as I laid my eyes on the beefiest, hairiest, most, hello, Frisco 1, I said, that's the guy for me. That's a sure bet. And I said to the others, you can all go now. So I walked up to this guy. Let's just call him David. And I said to David, what show do you produce? And he said, the Joan Rivers show. Joan Rivers had a daytime show at the time. And I said, well, why don't you give me a tour of the studio tomorrow? He said, it's Saturday. And I said, perfect. So I met him there. And I was a horny little scoundrel. I'd been thinking about this for... Let's not even get into it. And eventually, raise your hands if you've seen the Carol Burnett show. Okay, great. So you know the skit with the secretary being chased around the desk? So that's what I did to this guy, David. And he was like, stop, you're going to get me arrested. I said, not unless you say something, so shut the fuck up and kiss me. So ladies and gentlemen, the first time that I ever had sex was on the desk of legendary comedian Joan Rivers. And I'm going to ask you not to tell Joan. And if you think that you can't speak to the dead, you're wrong. You should try it sometime. It's a real kick. Hi, Joan. Now let's talk about tonight's show. You know what? Joan would have loved that joke. Yes, she would have. You know what's really funny? So Joan Rivers' most controversial joke, I found out very late in life, actually applied to me, that I could say it the same exact way she did, and it would land the same way. It's very specific. Why is it so hot in here? It's hotter than the oven they shoved my grandparents into. I mean, it was adaptable for Heidi Klum, but yeah. So anyway, let's talk about tonight's show. So here's the format. It's very tightly formatted. We know exactly what we're going to do in terms of bits, but there's been zero preparation in terms of actual content. And it's a bit selfish of me, okay? It's very selfish, in fact, and I really, really thank you so much for being open to that exposure, because what I'm trying to teach myself is to channel and to be a vessel rather than to memorize, because I've always been very bad at that, all right? So, before we move forward, do we have any questions? Any questions? Okay, good. So on that note, I just want to say one last thing, and then we're going to move on. I'll be introducing Sean Patrick Sullivan in just a moment. Did you know that I believe in you? Did you know that I believe in you? Did you know that I believe in you? What I believe is that if each and every one of you closes your eyes right now and visualizes it, please do this. I don't know if you've gotten it yet, but I am in charge for the next 90 minutes. I want you to visualize that I am wealthy and famous and snacking on a hummus and falafel platter with Gal Gadot in Tel Aviv. And I am using my notoriety and spotlight to transform the world in all sorts of hilarious and delicious ways for all of you, and that all of you are with me. Now, when I say I believe in you, I really mean it, and I believe that if you visualize this, then this will happen not just for me, but for all of us. And when you take your turn on the stage, as so many of you do, that we will all do the same thing for you. All right? All right. Now, on that note, I want to say, let's get the show started again. I made a mistake, but that's okay. It's live television. And now for a commercial, and now for a message from our sponsor. Folks, if you're like me, using natural and organic products, whether it's around your home or to clean your car, is very important to you. But I take it a step further. I like products that are multi-purpose. And that's why I choose Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day line of surface cleaners and room fresheners. Because when you're sweating like a pig out of anxiety, nervousness, and dreams that have the fucking nerve to actually come true, you can be free of worry about body odor, because you can take this glass cleaner and you can just spray it all over yourself. Spray it all over your $27 Temu bomber jacket made by 13-year-old Vietnamese kids. And you can rest assured that for the rest of the fucking show, you will smell like an Iowa pine forest. Thank you, Mrs. Myers. All right. Now let's do a little microphone check. So Dexter. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dexter. He's the producer and director of all of our programs, events, etc. He leads the most perfect workshop most of the people in this room are his fault. So if I push the microphone away, can I still be heard on camera? Why am I shouting like Doug Nagy?
You gotta take the muff off.
By the way, I didn't hear back from him, but if anyone is friends with Doug Nagy, please let him know that he is my hero. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, Dexter, what did you say?
Sure, someone will let Doug Nagy know.
Thank you, Larry. Larry Smith, ladies and gentlemen. Dexter, what did you say?
Yeah,
Take the muff off. I've heard that before, damn it. How's that?
Yeah, ideally you want to speak into the mic, but
Go closer?
yes.
All right. All right. So, did you know that I have a co-host? And he's another one of my heroes. Ladies and gentlemen, the very, very intelligent, brilliant, funny, well-educated, but most of all tall, Jason Thompson. Oh my God, this stuff burns my eyes so much. Hey! Don't let them hear this. Can I use my jacket to wipe my eyes? Jason, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Sean. Thank you for asking.
So, thank you so much for bringing me a beverage. So let's go right into it. So you think my mother's hot?
She's a hot woman.
Yeah. That's very uncomfortable for me.
Why do you say that, son?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Faye.
Faye Paulette, everybody. Well, you know what? I've been meaning to call, I need to call her anyway. So let's just do that.
In the meantime, Larry, do you have a bit? You can do it from over there.
He can?
Sure.
Larry, what's your bit?
I don't have no pen. I don't even know why I'm here. I've been kidnapped, and then you're telling me to do bits? Jesus Christ, it's my night off.
All right, let's leave him alone, Jason.
Thank you, Larry. Larry Smith, everyone.
We're all in the presence of a legend. All right.
I guess that was my bit.
She'd better pick up. Hey, Mom.
Hi, Sean.
How are you doing?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. So I'm here with Jason. Jason, get in frame. Jason, get in frame. So I'm here with Jason. I forgot to tell the crowd. I'm going to tell everyone all. Yes?
You're looking lovely tonight, Mrs. Sullivan.
Thank you so much. Let me see you. Oh,
Oh, shit.
nice.
Thank you.
So, Mom, Jason's wearing the hat because he polices me in case I become poorly behaved tonight or more poorly behaved tonight. All right, that's his job as my co-host. So, how are you doing? And how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you?
I'm really, really good. So, tell everyone how old you are.
Do I have to?
Yes, you'll find out why in a moment. This is all for laughs, remember. You're helping my career. This makes up for everything you did to me when I was a child.
You're unbelievable.
Okay, so everyone, my mom was born in 1950 and she still looks like a supermodel, don't you, Mom? And she's had no work done whatsoever. She's had no work done whatsoever. And she looks this good despite the fact she doesn't take my skincare advice. Have you used those masks yet?
Not yet.
You never will you?
Do I need them? Do I need them?
Wow. Wow. I guess now we know where I got my act from. So, listen, Mom. We're going to move on with the show, but I want you to know that if you go to YouTube and you search Center for Talking Arts, RE, the British way, then you will be able to watch this on live stream. That said, I don't recommend you do it because the next 75 minutes or so are going to be truly awful. Mom, it's a joke. I'm brilliant. Look how she lit up. So, listen, before we go, do you have any questions for me or for the audience?
Oh, let me see the audience.
Okay. Yep, absolutely. She knows what it means to pan. Wow. Okay. Oh.
Well, I'm not stupid.
You're facing yourself. Like you turn the camera around and now it'll show us.
Oh. Like this?
Yeah. There you go. Hi.
Sorry.
Hi, everyone. Hi.
Okay. And so no questions, Mom?
I don't have a question right now, but I'm sure I'll have a question as soon as we hang up.
You can phone in, Mrs. Sullivan.
By the way, I don't know if I've said this already, but Jason thinks you're hot. And
Not just Jason.
okay, who else? Raise your hand if you think my mom is hot. I'm not letting you see who did that, Mom.
Jason,
Oh, wow. Okay.
Jason, how old are you?
How old am I? 61.
Yeah. Oh, that's too bad. I'm 73.
Too young?
You're too young for me, Jason.
Nonsense, Susan, nonsense.
All right, I'm ending this call. Mom, I'm ending this call right now. Either that or I'm going to tell a really dirty gay joke.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
He's having that thing going with Jason.
Jason, it's your turn. Ask Susan a question or make Susan an offer.
Until we meet again, Susan. Au revoir.
Mom, I love you so much. I love you so much. You like my eyeliner? Faye did it.
I love you so much too, and I love your makeup, but is it Halloween there? It's not till October 31st.
Okay, so we have an open mic here every Thursday night if you'd like to phone in then, Mom. No, this is how this is.
I do love your makeup.
Thank you. What do you think of the
I do love your makeup.
What do you think of the navy blue beard?
I love it. I think you're gorgeous.
Thank you. Is that because I look exactly like you?
Oh no, you don't look like me. I don't have a beard.
That was my next question.
Mom, you are the Jackie Stallone of the 22nd century. We all love you so much. You have a great night. I'll check in with you tomorrow. By the way, I want a gift certificate to the Peterson Academy for Christmas, okay?
I don't know what the Pearson Academy is, so you're not gonna get it.
You will find out. You will find out about Jordan and Tammy and even Michaelia. All right?
Okay.
I love you.
I love you.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Susan.
Ladies and gentlemen, Susan Sullivan. All right. She's going to be our new one-woman show on Saturday nights, right here at the Center for the Talking Arts. Now, let's talk about the Center for Talking Arts. This is an incredible place. Once again, it's at 154 James Street South in downtown Hamilton. And we have over by the bar Jake, who is brilliant and visionary, but most of all mohawked. And you've already met Dexter, also a genius. They've been incredibly kind to me, either that or afraid of me. I don't know which. But however it turns out, they tolerate me and they let me do this show. And I want you to know that starting this week, the Center for Talking Arts is opened Monday through Saturday from 11 to 11. There's a new menu consisting of Turkish teas, which are very interchangeable and intermixable, all different flavors, floral and otherwise. Some delicious treats, and we also have programming 6 nights a week. We'll talk more about that later. No, actually, we won't talk about it at all. You don't want to be promoted to. You just want to be entertained. So on that note, we're going to go to another commercial break, right, Jason?
That's right, Sean.
Jason, how do you think I'm doing so far?
Very well. You should commend yourself.
Thank you so much. And Jason, I'd like to say that you look wonderful tonight. You're such a handsome man, Dad.
Thank you, son. Runs in the family.
This is starting to sound like my favorite porn, so I'm going to change the subject. And now for a word from our sponsor. I don't know about you, but when I'm wearing eyeliner to entertain a crowd, and I've cried and get dark circles that don't look cosmetic, I turn to Garnier's Magic Wand. This metal roller ball breaks up clogged blood vessels. And to be perfectly honest with you, as a former beauty executive, I'd like to say that it does all of the fucking work. The product that's inside of it does nothing. So that's a little tip from me to you. All you need is a metal roller ball.
I think I heard Larry say, change your condom. Oh, my apologies.
Larry, not everyone can sing, do comedy, and draw at the same time. Cut me some slack. Thank you, Larry. Larry Smith thinks I'm doing okay. So I'm going to get in trouble for the first of many times tonight and say something that I'm not supposed to say. I've never done that before at all. There's a very good possibility that a certain Mr. Smith will be doing a very special Christmas show here. We'll talk more about that later. All right, now, should I talk about my announcement?
Yes,
Are you sure?
absolutely.
All right. I'm running for mayor. Thank you. As your mayor, I promise to hold back the impulse to sing Don't Cry For Me, Argentina every time I step on the street. Tonight. I promise to come into work more often than 4 times a year. And I promise to tell everybody who will listen, and even those who won't, that thanks to its filth and its grittiness and its decay and decrepitude, words I learned from Jason, every last one, that Hamilton is Canada's premier comedy city. No one has comedians as attractive or intelligent or insightful as us. I mean, my detractors don't count, but. Most of all, and most importantly, as your mayor, I promise to make sure that not a single dollar of public funds goes to funding the comedy community. Because I think as Hamiltonians, what we've all learned is that the second the city gets an idea, it runs it into the fucking ground. So I will shield us all from that so that we can flourish as we deserve to flourish. How does that sound, everybody? There will be more to come. I look forward to your calls and letters. Thank you, Craig Ferguson. What's next, Jason?
Let's see. Susan's.
Oh, stop. I want to say something. Jason was in a play, the Center for Talking Arts' first original play, It starred Cherry Pop and Susie. Jason played Jeremy. And all kidding aside, it was fucking brilliant in a way that I was not expecting. So I believe that it's available online. Please grab the nearest bag of Cheetos or sushi or whatever it is that you binge eat and enjoy it thoroughly, okay? All right, now you can go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, I actually played Jeffrey.
Damn it! This is almost as bad as calling Christian Reimer Jason all day yesterday. Thanks, Ed. All right. I think, do you want to call Farine?
Call Farine?
Yeah.
Call Farine. Call Farine, everyone.
I'm not really clear on how you're feeling about me tonight.
Your biggest cheerleader, sir.
Really? Do you have one of those short skirts for me?
I do, but that's later.
Okay. I've been trying to get into his pants for about 4 months now. Hasn't worked. Is tonight the night, Jason?
It's surprisingly easy. You just have to wait for them to drop.
Like my balls. Okay. Next.
Next.
We're gonna call my friend.
Commercial break. Oh, right.
I'm skipping that other commercial.
Okay.
You know I'm making up the commercials as I go, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Furhan Kelhan. I'm looking forward to it. And this is a friend of yours.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to tell you about my next guest because I seem to have lost her. Live television. That's how it works. Ah! Here she is. Isn't she gorgeous? She's a life coach and she's a singer. She's all sorts of things.
Perhaps the audience would like to see the photo?
Well, no, they're going to see her live right now.
I see. Okay.
Hey! How are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Can you see? I'm on mute. I apologize.
Yes, no, it's okay. Do you want us to call you back? Are you doing something?
I am doing nothing. I am fine. I'm just moving to some
Okay, so while you're doing that, I'm going to give you a view of what you've gotten yourself wrapped into, okay?
She is attractive, you're right. She looks like that Spanish actress from, what's her name? Argentinian actress. That's the one.
Everyone here thinks you're gorgeous. So this
Thanks,
is the
Michael.
Center for Talking Arts. Everyone say hello. What? I didn't hear you. Yeah. Oh, I didn't tell you it was in front of a live studio audience? And here's my co-host, Jason. What was that?
Oh, you did not.
Oh, is that okay with you?
That was fine.
Okay, so just so you know, there's a little bit. So first of all, can I clear with you? I'm so nervous. And I'm so happy to see you. I'm sweating bullets. I'm wearing a see-through lace shirt. I can't take off my jacket because I gained 15 pounds. And this is my co-host for the evening. His name is Jason.
Hello, Furhan.
And he's wearing a police hat because it's his job to keep me in line in case I become misbehaved. So tell us about your work. No. First, God, I'm not prepared. Live television people. So can we talk about how we met?
Yeah, let's.
All right, tell everyone how we met. Because I'm sick of me.
We met at Landmark, which is a corner with it, the personal program for and thing. And we were in a course there, I guess. Maybe you were already coaching there by that time, but that's okay. And the coaches at the time. And everybody will do, and then I speak to them.
Talk to you later. Bye.
So That's Jason's way of saying that we're having some technical difficulties. We didn't hear most of that. So we're just going to keep on going as best as we can. So I think we were all coaching together. We were coaching in this thing called the Self-Expression and Leadership Program. Yes, along with Stu. And so you're still coaching.
Still coaching.
Tell us about that.
Well, I work now as I have a title, Master Coach. And I coach two distinct groups of people. On one, I coach young women with mental health struggles. And on the other side, I coach women in the businesses of place. And what we do is, in a nutshell, help them create life that they live.
Yeah, it's unfortunately, your entire testimony is just giving us all Tourette's syndrome. So I think it's working in reverse.
So,
But you're fiendishly attractive and a good friend of Sean's.
So I'm so sorry. I'm so embarrassed. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to apologize profusely. Oh my God, I'm so ashamed. I'm going to apologize profusely. I'm going to let you know that I miss you terribly. And I don't know if I can see you on Thanksgiving or Christmas or something, but I miss you so much. And I want to thank you so much for being part of tonight, which is really the culmination of all of my dreams coming true. You were the first person that I thought of to bring on remotely. And I'm going to invite you to come back next week or the week after, the same way after we fix this problem, or live, maybe. And we can not only talk about coaching and performance and how creative people can maximize their results, but also maybe sing a song together.
I would love to. And if you do this, I love you. Nothing sorry for, and I leave you on stage.
I didn't hear a fucking word of that, but I know it was beautiful. But I know it was beautiful because you and everything about you is beautiful, inside and out. Ladies and gentlemen, Farine Kermali! Thank you. I love you. Have a great night. Wow.
That went well?
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. We'll just book her back in person.
She sings.
That is a shoo-in.
All right.
Speaking of singing,
Yes, Jason.
do you want to regale us with another one, or do you want to go straight into the legal disclaimer?
What time is it?
9:01.
Okay. So next. I'm going. Faye, the goddess that you are, could you do me a gigantic favor for this next commercial interlude?
Yeah.
Could you please bring me a few napkins? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Faye's going to be on the show next week. We're going to talk about archetypes. Faye, can we sneak preview? Can we sneak preview?
Right now?
I just want to tell the audience something about you.
Do you want me to?
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I love so many things about this woman, but one of the things that I love the most is that as a child, she had a pet turkey named Carcass. She also did my makeup tonight, which I destroyed, but you did a great job. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here. Yep, that's it. That's it. Because that's what I do best, making people who come down here feel uncomfortable. What's going on over there? Everything okay?
Everything's great.
Excellent.
I wanted to see what your great show looked like from over here.
Oh, isn't it a great setup?
Yeah, sorry.
No. I'm just looking for things to say and to be funny and insouciant.
Whoa, I don't like sushi.
Only if it's raw.
It's a great setup. Okay, so anyway, let's do a commercial break. If you're like me, after a meth binge, you have blackheads and all sorts of clogged pores. But you don't need to tolerate them. No, because you're worth it, you can use L'Oreal's new line of clay masks. You just slap the mask on your face as you're coming down from a 3-day orgy involving 17
Sean,
men named Julio.
Your prosthetic nose is, it needs some work.
I'm trying to do a commercial.
I apologize.
Fix it for me.
I'm sorry.
No, fix it for me. Do you want some too? Here.
Sure. Let's do each other's noses.
Okay, yeah. I've been waiting for this for so long.
I've never felt close.
Just leave it on for a moment. So, thanks to this wonderful $29.99 mask no, just leave it on your nose.
Oh, sorry.
So thanks to this wonderful $29.99 mask that bombed terribly in the mass market and which I was able to procure from Dollarama for $5, you can wait 5 minutes. Let's do a time speed up. Wipe it off.
Thank you.
By the way, these are all jokes. So like the improv exercise for tonight is I just pulled anything next to me and like made up a commercial about it. But I will say, L'Oreal, I love you. I love everything that the brand does, except, well, it doesn't do that anymore. But this really is a fantastic mask, and you should use it. And please don't sue me. And on that note, is it all off?
It's all off. Say ah.
All right. So I'm going to tell everyone about the letter that we got from our legal department. So our legal department insisted that we make the following disclaimer. The shameless rip-offs and reappropriations that I'm making tonight from the acts of the following people is for entertainment purposes only and does not constitute intellectual property infringement in the least. So, for entertainment purposes only, hey there, Whitney Cummings. For entertainment purposes, we love you, Sandra Bernhard. For entertainment purposes, hey there, Joe Rogan. For entertainment purposes, Roseanne Barr, you're my grandmother, and I love you. For entertainment purposes, hey there, Colin Quinn. For entertainment purposes, Madonna. Wow. The best ever. And for entertainment purposes, Joey Diaz, I think that you might have been friends with my father in Union City, but I'm not sure. For entertainment purposes, I'm almost done. What? Tell me.
No, I'm just wondering did you ask the audience their permission to be exposed to this blasphemy?
Well, you can ask them. You haven't had a chance to really
I'm joking.
shine yet.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, ask them. No, go ahead. No, it's fine.
It was a joke.
No, it's
Continue,
fine.
please.
I know, but I'm trying to be the straight man. I'm giving you an opportunity to shine. Go ahead and ask.
Now, I'm the straight man, Sean. Continue.
All right. You know, so here's the thing, everyone. So I was thinking of flipping this another way, okay? So this is the audience participation part. This is the part where you make this a better show for next time, okay? Hey, Randy, you got to go? No, it's okay. Thank you so much for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Hughes. Thank you. I'm so glad we reconciled.
Iron Horse, is that it, Randy?
The last Thursday of the
every
month at the Iron Horse.
Iron
That's
Horse.
Randy's show. Thank you, Jason.
I've shortened it down just because of the length of time and my ego, of course. Take care.
Just take the shout out,
Randy.
Randy. We love you. Get home safe. All right. So here's the B side to this. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, We have such an exciting autumn season planned for Wednesday Night Live. We're planning to have on as guests Whitney Cummings and Natasha Leggero and Sandra Bernhard and Madonna and Jordan Peterson and Tammy Peterson and Michaelia Peterson and Colin Quinn. The only problem is that we don't have their email addresses, so they don't know that we're planning to do this. Which version do you like more, A or B? So those who like A more, applaud. Those who like B more, applaud. All right, I already know where I'm failing. We're off to a great start. Now, Jason, it's time for Manners of Comedy.
So it is.
Now, this is your chance to shine tonight.
You're going to be bitterly disappointed.
No,
let's
I'm not.
continue.
No, I'm not. You know that I think that you're the best. The absolute best. Oh, for God's sake. Is this the part where you say, Stephanie, don't be maudlin?
Stephanie, don't be
So
maudlin.
this segment is called Manners of Comedy, and what we do with this segment is we talk about the things that comedians do to one another and in each other's space and behind each other's backs that they shouldn't be doing, and then Jason and I offer a course correction so that people can actually be comedians without being socially retarded. So, Jason, without naming names or being too Hamilton specific, because we have fans from all over the world, Istanbul, Valletta, Buenos Aires, Montreal, Oakville. Talk about, regale us with a story of something that's irritated you or amused you, but at the end of the day is utterly ridiculous in the world of comedy.
Local comedy?
Sure. Just don't name names because Jake will fire me and no one else will hire me.
Well, let's. I don't think we could go amiss by dissecting the situation that you have found yourself embroiled in.
He's going to fire me. He asked that we not talk about this.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yes. Are you not listening?
I'm sorry. I nodded off for a moment, but I'm back. Thank you, Sean.
Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be. And I can fly higher than an eagle. 'Cause you are the wind. Shut up. 'Cause you are the wind beneath my wings.
Sean Sullivan, everyone.
Jason Thompson, everybody.
I'm not.
Speak in generalities, Jason. You're brilliant. You're brilliant. You can do it.
Local comedy scene faux pas.
Or stupidities or inanities.
It's difficult for me to get into without naming,
You
specifically.
want me to go, Jason, so you can talk about me behind my back freely? Is this why you can't do
No.
your bit?
Excellent.
Because it's all about getting on Larry's back.
Larry.
Thank you, Larry. Thank
Okay,
you, Larry.
so here's the thing. Jake, get ready to write that pink slip. We're going in. So here's the thing, people. I took a bold step, a step that I'm proud of and would do all over again. I spoke out in favor of freedom of speech, protecting the careers of comedians being falsely or even correctly accused by anonymous people speaking out against cancel culture. There was a backlash. The backlash was because my jokes were brilliant. The jokes were because I have this handsome angular face. The jokes were because I sexually harassed someone at another club down the street. All in fun, I would think, with comedians, but I've only been doing this for 4 months, and I didn't know that some people were so uptight. And I have to say something. I was sharing my tale of woe with Larry Smith right over here, and he walked with me for an hour on my way home to my temporary home, which is a retirement community, which we have B-roll footage of and we'll show you sometime. It was a really weird month of my life, but that's not what we're talking about right now. Larry listened, and he's been doing this forever, and he's really perfect at it, and he gave me the best advice that I could ever have gotten. And until he had that conversation with me, I was just considering hanging it up and going back to a career in prostitution and drug dealing. Even though my probation officer wouldn't be thrilled with that. I'm off probation next April, everyone. Yay! But Larry, we would never talk about you behind your back. We prefer to speak to your face because it's so adorable.
Larry, would you like to come to the stage? Come on. Larry,
Yeah,
Larry
why not?
Smith, everyone. Larry Smith.
I'll find something.
No, where's everybody going?
Find something.
Okay, yeah, like don't bring me on the stage and then fuck off.
Jason, give him an award.
Oh, geez, thanks. This is worth getting on the Hamilton Street Railway for.
I'm going to put your award right over here, Larry.
Well, I just want to say,
Yes.
to paraphrase Sally Field, what the fuck? You really like me. There you go. I've been enjoying the show so far, and I'm sorry that because of my ADHD, I can't shut up. And then I was over here and you were talking about sushi.
It's okay, Larry.
Sean, I think you should direct the last question that you asked me to Larry. I think he's the most articulate spokesman.
What's that question?
Local comedy.
Okay, Larry.
Yeah.
Any local comedy hijinks that you want to dissect and dismember?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Everybody needs to shut up and do their own thing. And just like, you know, this is, everybody is allowed to run a bad open mic just as much as the people who run good ones are allowed to run good ones. I've been doing this 40 years, and all you have to do in this business, by the way, all the internet people, I have no money and you've never heard of me because I'm a full-time comedian in Canada for 3.5 decades, and that means you don't know who the fuck I am and I have nothing to show for my career. But I can assure you, I've been doing shows for 35 years straight with no other job. So I just want to tell you,
What about your illustrations?
Oh, I also do cartooning. I will have, yeah, I'll be doing, hopefully.
Do you do portraits, Larry?
Sometimes. I don't like to, but I could draw you in cartoon. That'd be easy.
As Wonder Woman?
Whatever
Or as the
turns-
Golden Age Green Lantern?
Whatever turns you crank.
You're the best.
Sorry, I'm a Gen Xer. I say shit like that. Whatever turns you crank. I'm not homophobic. I just don't get all excited. You know? But
Why does crank connect to homophobia?
no, I just. Wow, now you're making me uncomfortable. You give me a shitty award,
Larry.
and then you make me
Larry.
uncomfortable.
Larry.
I'm in my coat. I came here as a human being
Larry,
to support your fucking show. I did a kick-ass show in fucking at a dispensary in Brantford last night. Tonight's my night off. I'm missing roommate, survivor, and lasagna night for this. And then you tell me that it's the crank thing that made me homophobic.
Larry, it's not homophobic.
Sorry.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen, in this room tonight, the only homophobic one is me.
Wicked.
All right.
Yeah, because I like when you did stand up at the End Zone, and I turned to somebody and I went, wow, this is the most anti-gay gay comedian I've ever heard in my life. But not in a bad way, just in a way where people go, just like I was saying about comedy, get over yourself. Do you want to know how you succeed in this business? You outlast everybody else. That's what my point was. After doing this for 35 years, I've seen people die. I've seen people quit. I've seen people fucking disappear.
What do you mean? Like in an X-Files kind of way?
No, they went and sold shoes for the next 20 years, and nobody heard from them again. And they were brilliant.
Really?
Yeah, and then they got a girlfriend, and that was it. The comedian nipped in the bud.
Do you think that one is more likely to be a brilliant and successful comedian if one is lonely and single?
No. But the idea and the wrong thinking that being funny might get you laid because girls lie and say they want a guy with a sense of humor, which is bullshit. I get paid good money to be funny. You'd think they'd be throwing themselves at me. But no, learn guitar. Any young people watching, comedy won't get you laid. It'll get you drunk people who want to be your friend. A guitar will get you laid. Sorry, I went off topic.
Don't be sorry. This is great.
You can kick me off whenever you want.
Bye.
Oh, right.
Thank you. Thank you. You're the best. Larry Smith.
Larry Smith.
All right, we're almost done, people. We're in the home stretch. Jason, get back here right now. Jason,
Sean.
we're going off script.
No, I'm just checking to make sure that you're following it. Gossip and conspiracy, we've done that, right? I love being me, don't you?
No, we're going off script.
Oh, sorry.
We're going off script. Jason,
Yes.
tell us about you. Tell us about, this is what I want to know. I want to know where you were born, whether or not you had a happy childhood, how long you've been acting, and about your theater company.
Why not?
In other words, tell us everything that will make you hate me once the cameras stop rolling.
I could do that, or I could tell you an autoerotic asphyxia story.
Go for it.
All right. Years ago, I was working at a Jewish delicatessen in Toronto called Shopsy's, and I befriended the kitchen assistant kitchen manager, who was a rough trade hooligan after your own heart, I would imagine, if you've met him, who used to race Ninja 900 motorcycles, the racing kind. And I arranged to meet him on one occasion, and I was 4 hours late, and he actually waited for me. And when I got there, he got his revenge by putting me on the back seat, and then he drove down the and first of all, we went to collect a two for a beer, and which I held, and then he proceeded to demonstrate how his Ninja 900 could get really close to the ground, taking corners with me holding the case of beer in the back seat. So after I cleaned the excrement out of my underwear, we had a couple of beers and called it an afternoon, which leads me to the autoerotic asphyxia story. So this guy phoned me up one day and he said, "Jason, listen, this is going to sound really weird, but this guy approached me and he wants to pay me $500 for me to run over him with my motorcycle." And I said, "Yeah?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "What did you say?" And he said, "I'll do it provided you can come along and take the photographs." So I agreed. So we met this individual out by the Toronto Pearson Airport, and he was about 5'9", sinewy, sort of built like a lightweight gymnast, and grinning, myopic. He met us, and we introduced ourselves, and he said, "Okay, first thing we have to do is we have to go to the hardware store and get some planks of wood, 4x8s or something like that." And so we went to the hardware store, got the 4x8s, and went back to his motel outside the Pearson Airport. It was empty. It was like something out of the location and the airport, and the circumstances reminded me of something out of a J.G. Ballard novel, like Crash or something like that. And the fact that motorcycles were involved, and it was obviously some kind of it was building into some kind of a sexual hoedown of some kind. We just weren't sure how it was where it was going to go. So we met this individual, and he did betray himself slightly with his manner of speech, which was led us to believe that he was probably into discipline and things like that. So he instructed us what to do, and the first thing I said is, we're going to run over you with this motorbike. And he said, yes. And I said, well, aren't we going to tear into your flesh with the different parts of the motorcycle? Isn't it going to end up horribly gory and with one of us in jail or something like that? And he said, no, just follow my example, and I'll explain it to you. So he lay down on the ground, and it was in the middle of the summer, so he lay down on the ground under a blanket, and then the plank of wood was put on his rib cage, or slightly below his rib cage. Yes, it was below his rib cage. So the wood was like that, slightly below his rib cage, and then it was like a ramp. And so the motorcycle, we then pushed up onto the until it reached, the apex. It was on top of the wood, resting on the individual's rib cage. And then we maintained the balance of the bike somehow. I don't know if we were holding on to it, but we had to get off the wood. So the weight of the motorcycle was close to 1,000 pounds. Pressed all the oxygen out of his body, and then once that happened, once the bike or the pressure had sunk into his gut, then the bike would roll off the other side. We'd roll off the bike off the other side, and then he would come to. And it was the act of coming to that gave him this incredible feeling of euphoria. So all the air is pushed out, and he basically passed out, and then he came to life again. And we're just looking at him in amazement. He goes, "Oh my God, that was great! Can we do it again?" And so we did it again, and so I was gradually piecing this together. This is before all the kids were into it. It was obviously an act of erotic asphyxiation of some kind. So I confronted him with this and said, "You, sir, is this a form of erotic asphyxiation?" And he said, "I guess it is." And let's go back to the hotel room and discuss this. So we went back to the hotel room, and my friend and I, being wretched, irresponsible, exploitative youths, were taking advantage of this kinky fellow. And we got into his motel room, and we raided the mini bar, and we're knocking back the beers and everything like that, and he's having a good time watching us. Look at those crazy youngsters. And so and then he bought us a meal. It's almost like a Brandon Nito story. Sorry, Brandon, if you're listening. Bought us a meal, then we went back to the motel room, and then we had cleared out the rest of his fridge, smoking weed and everything like that. And then he said, "Fellas, the same effect can be arrived at if the two of you were to simply jump on me." So I said, "Well, how would you suggest that we go about that?" And he said, "Okay, just get on the bed and embrace each other, and then jump on me." So
like professional wrestling.
We're drunk out of our minds, and we lock our arms, giggling to ourselves, smokes in hand, leap off the bed and jump on him and just bounce off his body and fall on the ground. And it was like a slightly homoerotic frat party at that point, falling on our asses, laughing. Everyone was wasted. And I thought that was it. It was just going to sort of end with a whimper, not a bang, and we would, leave, and that was it. So I went for a slash. Went to the bathroom for a slash, and I didn't hear anything after a couple of minutes. All the laughter had sort of died down. I was still laughing to myself, washing my hands, splashing water on my face, and then I came out, and my friend had a plastic bag over this poor dude's head, And I looked over, and the guy's lips were fucking blue. And my friend was a big, hulking, rough trade type. You would have fancied him.
Probably.
And I had no idea what to do. I just sort of charged at him and pushed him off the body of our benefactor, and the blood slowly came back to his lips, and color came back to his face, and he was alive and looked up and said, "Let's do it again." But it was time to go home at that point. Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. I love going off script, don't you? So, in homage to Carol Burnett, we're going to turn attention to the audience and see if any of you have questions, and if you don't, how dare you? Questions for Jason and me. Yes, Faye?
Was that your first experience with erotic asphyxiation?
Yes.
Was it your last?
Yes.
Trevor?
Did you get more money for doing it over and over?
Good question. The benefactor did, in fact, want to continue this relationship over the next, for the rest of his life, but we demurred.
Very demure.
I have a question for Jason. Even though it was a motorcycle and not a car, would it also count as auto?
Larry Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a motorcycle, so I don't know if it counts.
How can you answer that, Larry? Brilliant observation. I guess it would be cyclical asphyxiation. I don't know.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like that your program, Sean, is also educational.
Somebody please ask me a question.
Sean,
Yes.
what's it like being so incredibly amazing?
You know, I'm so glad you asked. It's hard work. It's exhausting. Yeah. You know, we didn't get to it today, but one of the most frequent conversations that I have with my mother, now that I get along with her, we never got along, ever. And then 4 months ago, 17 weeks ago, I told her that I was now a comedian and singer, and all of a sudden she's like my best friend. She wants to know everything that I do. I was a creative director. I was a newspaper reporter. I was a copywriter. I owned 3 different businesses, all of which were very successful. She never had any interest in if a friend asked her at a cocktail party what her son did for a living, she'd have no fucking idea. But the second that I went into comedy, she's like, call me. What's going on in your life? Can I send you some money? I'm sending you under eye gel. Anyway, one of the most frequent conversations that I have with my mother now is how difficult it is always being the most handsome or gorgeous person in the room. So clearly that's the inspiration. That's one of that along with Karen Walker and Miss Piggy are the primary inspirations for my act. No, in all can we get serious for a minute? So in all seriousness, I kind of sort of hate myself, right? Because when I think back authentically at who I was in the past, I did a lot of great things and I was very charming and adorable, but I also ended up kind of devolving into something kind of pathetic. And so now what I believe in is the synthetic me and the synthetic you and the synthetic you, because I think that what really matters is who we make ourselves to be. So I've created myself as not only an award-winning writer, although that's true, and an international fashion icon, although that also is true. Or when I need a little pity, a cancer survivor. Or when I'm looking, when I'm looking for sex, a full-blown homosexual, or when or when I'm looking for work, and whatever it is, I've just made myself to be this wonderful thing. But here's the thing: I also think that you're wonderful, and so that's kind of how I live. I think I ruined tonight just now.
No, I have a question though about your wonderful, fabulous style.
Yes.
Is your hat at a obtuse angle, or is it jauntily askew?
I'm so glad you asked, Larry. It's jauntily askew.
Thank you, because there is a difference.
By the way, I really love your outfit tonight. And I noticed when you were up here that the three of us looked like we should be in a band together.
Yeah, I psychically know how to dress for a show.
Say that again?
I psychically know how to dress for a show.
Yeah, you do.
I knew it was going to be all dark colors and black.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes with my shows.
Very stylish, Larry. Ska, early rocking that sort of, what do they call them? The two-tone look?
Two-tone,
Yeah.
we used to call it in the East End of Hamilton, we were called mods.
Right.
Oh, you were a mod?
He's a modernist.
For 2 years I wore 1940 suits with thin ties and a hat like this and sunglasses, and thought the English Beat and Squeeze and Madness were the best fucking bands ever. Yeah, so I was a mod.
Cool. That's Jake. What are you saying, Jake?
We didn't know what to call it. They used to call goth kids bat cavers. Bat cavers. Yeah, we didn't know what ska was, but if you listened to it, you were a mod. Yeah, it was weird.
Well, that's true. The mods did actually gravitate toward American rhythm and blues in their first incarnation, which was in the late 60s. But then they ran into some problems because they embraced Nazi ideology and had to explain how they could listen to American and Jamaican rhythm and blues music while touting Germanic superiority, Aryan superiority. So
Clearly because of those hot fucking uniforms.
it's all, well, who's the guy again?
Who,
Lagerfeld?
what?
Was it Lagerfeld? Yes.
And Peter Max, too.
And Peter Max. I like what?
You're talking about Nazi style. I'm going, look at your hat, dude.
I'm a policeman, please, sir.
Oh, sorry.
What? Nazi fashion is we've talked
Who
about.
was the guy for the SS? Was it Lagerfeld?
Wait, what are you talking about?
The
Peter
No, the ex-SS officer who went on to design clothing. He was the
Hugo Boss.
Hugo Boss.
Hugo Boss.
Shout out to Hugo Boss.
I am pro-Trump and pro-Israel, and I sure am, and I love being a recent Jew, but
That's right. Before that, you were a Mick, weren't you?
But I'm that too. But there's nothing hotter than a Nazi uniform, and that's why they designed the uniforms that way, because they understood the power of fashion. It was alluring, and that'll be that. But let's save that for a TED Talk.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jason.
Sean.
This has been real.
It has.
Real what, I'm not sure, but it has been real. Now, we're going to end with a song. Would you care to join me?
No, but I will cheer you on.
Thank you so much.
Sean Patrick Sullivan, ladies and
thank
gentlemen.
you. While I'm looking for this, while I'm looking for my tune, I just want to thank all of you for being here tonight. You know what okay, so this is the weirdest thing in the world. This has never happened to me, and it'll probably never happen again. I just opened up my YouTube app. Oh, you can see. The first thing I saw was myself. That's wild. Are you guys ready for a song? All right. And then we're getting out of here. Or, I can't say what I was going to say. there are other things that we can do at the after party. I'm just a gigolo, and everywhere I go, people know the part I'm playing. Pay for every dance, selling each romance. Ooh, what are you saying? There will come a day when youth will pass away. What will they say about me? When the end comes, I know I was just a gigolo. Life goes on without me. I'm just a gigolo, and everywhere I go, people know the part that I'm playing. Pay for every dance, selling each romance. Ooh, what are you saying? There will come a day when youth will pass away, bada-boo. What will they say about me? When the end comes, I know I was just a gigolo. Life goes on without me. Well, the whole rest of the week is going to go on without me, but we'll be back here next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Thank you so much for putting up with me. Thanks to Dexter and Jake and Faye and Millie and everybody. Thank you so much. All right, now you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So get out. Good night, everybody. I love you. Good night. Good night. Yay. So there's a stack of index cards over there. You can leave your address so I can send